crazier. Let's have a look at Mark Hunt and Ghegard Musasi.
ただいまより本日の第4試合スーパーハルクトーナメント1回戦第4試合を行います。
And now for the fourth match.
青コーナーよりマーク・ハント選手の入場です。
There is no one like her. Crazy screaming lady, they call her here in Japan. As Mark Hunt makes his way to centering the Super Samoan, these days based out of Sydney, Australia. Let me tell you a bit about Mark Hunt's background, folks, especially to those fans watching across the United States on HDNet who may not know the story of Mark Hunt. In 1998, he was just a big lug in South Auckland, weighing about 140 kilograms. Got into a fight outside of a nightclub and decked the guy, knocked him out cold. A bouncer on the door of the club saw it and said to Mark, "Hey fella, do you want to fight inside a kickboxing ring?" Mind you, Mark Hunt had never fought any kickboxing, boxing or any sort of martial arts in his life, and he said, "Yep, I'll give it a go." He stepped in the kickboxing ring, won his first fight by knockout. 3 years later, he was the K1 World Grand Prix champion. The biggest Cinderella story, I would say, in fight sports history, and he needs to turn the tide on a current 4-fight losing streak, especially after suffering a KO loss against Manhoff on New Year's Eve.
赤コーナーよりゲガール・ムサシ選手の入場です。
How can you not like this guy? He is all class. Vacated the Dream Middleweight Championship to step up to the big boys. Ghegard Musasi, representing both Armenia and the Netherlands, though he was actually born in Iran to Armenian parents. These days lives and trains out of the university city of Leiden in southern Holland. Pro mixed martial arts record of 24-2-1 with 8 submission wins, coming off the absolute tooling he put on Japanese K1 fighter Musashi under K1 rules at Dynamite on New Year's Eve, when Musashi caned Musashi like a $2 pinata. I'll tell you what, Guy Mezger, Mark Hunt, as good a striker he is, should not underestimate the striking skills of Ghegard.
No, not at all. I mean, the one thing is Mark has got a great chin, so, whether he knock Mark out is going to be the key. But this is one of the most complete MMA athletes out there. I mean, to be honest, this is a tough one to call.
If Ghegard follows Melvin Manouch's game plan, he will knock him into the next year.
And the other question I was going to say here, guys, is how does Mark Hunt come back after suffering the first knockout of his career.
Which literally put him into the next year. He was a dynamite.
Exactly, it's always a big question guy.
Well, you know, the funny part is, too, is it's because you start questioning yourself when you were like that. You know, you go and you're confident, you can take a good shot, and then when that happens, you start questioning yourself. So it'll be interesting if we get Mark Hunt, you know, how he reacts being knocked out.
Mark Hunt with one of the Australian legends in his corner, Muay Thai trainer Sundoy, and also James Lee. Face-to-face in centering. First round, 10 minutes.
I say this fight goes
round.
to the ground. I don't think Ghegardt Musasi, he's not too stupid to stand there and try to exchange with Mark Hunt. Not because he can, but because he doesn't have to. He has really good ground technique.
And he moves on the ground, that thing, which is perfect for a guy like Mark. Does not move on the ground. He goes to the ground, he's going to be working his hips. It's going to be a very difficult fight for Mark.
Wonder if it goes to ground and Mark gets on top, if we'll see the old school Pride-style atomic butt drop. Here we go, first round of action. Michael Chavello, Guy Mezger, Mike Kogan with your inside as Hunt goes for the inside thigh kick. What he used to do in his K1 days was throw the inside thigh kick to set up that powerful right hand, and that's what Musasi does. Comes up the center with a right hand of his own. Ground and pound now into side control. Ghegardt Musasi, great start.
I told you.
Yeah, this is a good place. He can slow it down here. This is where he needs to be. He's got him against the ropes here, so it's going to be very difficult for Mark to put, you know, just muscle him over. Work him down a little bit. Wear him out, wear the big man out a little bit, then maybe go right there. He's going for the hammer lock.
You know, almost took that hand home in Mark's fight just 2 fights ago. So
some short-range knees off the right leg to the waist section here from Musasi. Flipping right hand.
He's in a good hand. Yeah, he's in a really good position here. You know, he knows he's not going for mount. If he goes for mount, he's going to have some problems because that's going to give Mark a little more leverage to turn him. Smart. Wear him out here. He's a big man. You know, get Mark. You know, Mark is going to definitely be worried about being, you know, on his back here like this, getting hit. It's going to wear him out.
Going for that arm again. Mark Hunt in a world of trouble here. He's got to get out as Musasi looks for the submission on the left arm of Hunt. Yeah. Trying to turn on the Kimura.
Hunt's actually trying to escape.
It's over.
He got
it's
it.
over.
Armbar.
Mark Hunt is out of the Super Hulk tournament. And Ghegardt Musasi is through via submission. Guy Mezger, he did it. As I said, this man is all class.
Oh, I'll tell you, he's phenomenal is what he is. And he's another guy. He's old school. He will fight anybody. He's not playing it safe. He's moving up to a very heavyweight division, you know, and he's not a heavyweight. He did it was a very smart fight, you know, and also entertaining. A lot of times those don't go together. A guy fights a smart fight, it means he's playing a safe fight. He didn't play it safe, but he fought smart. That was great.
Well, very smart. I mean, he had a clear ground dominance, and he said, you know, why am I going to exchange punches with the likes of Mark Hunt? I'm just going to take him to the ground and submit him, which is obviously exactly what he did.
So Ghegardt Musasi now takes his record. Beautifully done. Take us through this one, Guy.
Well, he threw the overhand right and blocked his hip. And basically, when Mark stepped back, he tripped over Musasi's leg. Very slick move, actually. You know, I didn't pick it up until the replay. It was a very slick takedown.
The 9th submission of his mixed martial arts career. His record now 25-2-1 with 9 subs. Ghegardt Musasi on his way, and no wonder he is listed as the favorite with the bookmakers at $3.20 to win the entire tournament. Folks, coming up next, the grudge match we've been waiting for. The Crusher, Kawajiri, and Jay-Z.